Welcome back to Arc Salt Lake, where we cover authentic, relevant, and community stories.
Yeah, every year on September 11th, we remember and honor the nearly 3,000 people who lost their lives in a terrorist attack.
And now a yearly tradition is happening right now in Sandy. It is the annual 9/11 Towers Stair Challenge. Local law enforcement, the FBI, and fire crews climb 2,071 steps, representing the 110 floors in each of the Twin Towers.
We have our own Emma Riley at that Tower Stair Challenge. Emma, there are around 300 people participating this year?
It took a tragedy to unite.
Yeah, that's right. And 16 agencies. I have here with me Special Agent in Charge, Shohini Sinha. Can you talk to me this morning about the why behind the Stair Challenge?
So the attacks of September 11th were so impactful for our nation, for really how we live our lives, and especially for the FBI. So we take this day to remember the people that were lost, the civilians, the law enforcement officers, the firefighters, as well as the folks that we continue to lose from illnesses post 9/11 that they acquired when they were working at the site, both at the World Trade Towers as well as in Shanksville and at the Pentagon.
And when you're participating, what are some things that you're reflecting on, you know, as a part of the FBI and being a first responder? What are some of those things you're thinking about as you walk the stairs?
So our team and I think about the victims. We are listening to the names of everybody who died in the attacks as we climb the stairs. We certainly think of their families. We think of the first responders who were there and their courage in the face of really unforeseen danger. They stepped up. Not that this is a pun-appropriate situation, but they really stepped up.
What do you think the impact on this Stair Challenge is for maybe some agents that weren't even alive when it happened or were really, really young?
Yeah, we do have an important part, a growing part of our workforce that was either very young or maybe wasn't even born. And I think it helps them to understand the importance of the mission that we do every day. Our mission is to protect the American public and uphold the Constitution. And that is what drives us. And preventing events like 9/11 from ever happening again is a critical part of what we do.
Well, thank you so much for your time. How long does it usually take people to complete the Stair Challenge?
We're usually done around noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I really admire the people that are here and do this. It is not an easy physical feat. We have firefighters who are doing the challenge in their full turnout gear, just like those folks who were at the World Trade Center.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time this morning. They just started just a few minutes ago, and so they'll continue until they finish climbing all 2,000 steps. So I'll take it back to you guys.
Wow.
It's an incredible feat. I know there are similar sort of, memorial events across the country.
Sure.
Some they'll do in actual high rises and things like that, but definitely hard work for all of those people involved in this. So thank you, Emma. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, all three of us were working in news when the terrorist attacks happened.
Ron, you were on the air, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, early morning. It was right around 7 o'clock.
6:45 here, because 8:45 in New York.
And at that time, we were NBC affiliate. And I remember that there was a report of an explosion. Actually, at first they thought that there was a small plane that might have run into one of the towers.
Yeah.
And then, it unfolded that it was something certainly bigger than that. A lot of the coverage was done nationally. I mean, when that happened, we were like wall-to-wall coverage actually for a few days.
Yeah.
And, we had a shorter newscasts that we did locally, you know, the reaction, those types of things. But all eyes were really glued to the national coverage and what was happening, especially in New York.
Yeah. And you were an intern here, right?
I was an intern here
Yeah.
at Channel 2. I was not, I'm
I'm
not sure what else we're hearing right now, but no, yeah, I was an intern. I was not working on the morning show. So I was woken up by my dad. He called me to tell me what had happened. I was sleeping at the time. I called the newsroom. I said, well, should I come in early? They said yes. And I came in, and I mean, that day and the days thereafter, I did a lot more than an intern probably ever would have because it was just so crazy.
Yeah,
we were
we
stretched
needed
so
all
thin in
hands on
terms
deck.
of resources. And so I was out doing all kinds of things, interviews, things like that. And I mean, it was a learning experience from a news perspective, but I don't know, I almost put the significance as a citizen in the back of my mind for a few days as I kind of worked through that scenario.
Yeah. And I was in Lake Charles, Louisiana. That was where my first job was. I also worked the evening shift at the time, so I was asleep when this all went down. Got up, had no idea anything had happened until my husband called me and said, the Twin Towers are gone. And I said, what do you mean they're gone? And he said, we don't know, some planes flew into them or something and they're gone. And I turned on the TV and I just sat there and in horror and watched. There was some concern in Lake Charles. That's where the strategic petroleum reserves are located.
Oh, that could
and
be
so
a
there
target or
was some
something,
concern that there was a target there. Also, George W. Bush flew to Fort Polk, not too far away from Lake Charles. So Lake Charles was kind of the epicenter for a little bit, you know, as there was some concern about an attack there, and the president came very close, and so it was just so
We all remember.
unfathomable. I can't even
was-
say unfathomable.
I know it was unbelievable to watch this all unfold. You know,
Yeah.
they shut down all of the air traffic across the country,
Yeah.
and you know, you're sitting there watching it and reporting on it and wondering what's going to happen next. I mean, those first several hours, we didn't know if something else was going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was scared. My dad was flying that day. He had been visiting us in Louisiana, and I thought it was that day that he was flying home from Houston. And so I thought he was in the air when this was all happening. I called my mom frantically, is Dad on the plane? I guess he was going home a day later. So obviously he didn't get home for quite some time because everything shut down. Air traffic shut down for days while they tried to figure out how do we prevent this.
Yeah, I think Mary was out of town and she got caught in the
trying to
shutdown
get back.
of air
Yeah.
traffic. Yeah.
Well, so many other people, everyone has a story of where
sure.
they were and what they
Yeah.
thought of it. So I know a lot of people will be thinking about it today.
Yep.